God damn, look at this shit, like. Hold on, what the fuck? The fuck is going on here? One second, y'all. I'm checking something. Why the fuck? Okay. YouTube sending checks late as fuck today. See, right. All right. So go ahead and look at this shit. What's up with your CJ with the Marcus? I know I seen Ali up in here. C Motion was good. I said Ronald, right? Think that's everybody. Talia, what's up? Yeah, we just started anyway, Talia, so you ain't missed nothing. But yeah, real quick, very quick. Um, I'm just gonna address something very quickly because it's starting to get to the point that it's starting to aggravate a lot of people, including myself. So um, I don't mind people coming on and cracking jokes and stuff like that. That's perfectly fine. Obviously, we joke among each other and stuff like that. But when you start to do stuff that's just literally affecting the overall quality of the live and stuff like that, I'm gonna issue you a warning. If the shit happens again, I am going to block you. I don't give a fuck who it is. Just letting y'all know. Now, for the most part, we don't really have too much issue with majority of it, but I'm just saying it's starting to get to the point that it's bothering shit. So we're gonna stop. We're gonna put a stop to that shit. And the thing is, I really fuck with all of y'all, especially the regulars. I know y'all are, but we just not about to keep doing that shit no more. All right, so now that that's been addressed, let's go ahead and have a good live, good people. Oh yeah, also really quick, moderators. I think y'all already know this, but in case you don't, we don't block people for having an opinion, even if you don't like it. You don't do that. Don't block people for having an opinion. You can have an opinion even if we think it's a dumb opinion. There's only a few things that give you an automatic block. And that's you come on here with the fruity shit, your ass out of here. Y'all gotta worry about, asking me. If they come on here on some fruit cup shit, get their ass out of here. That's one thing that's an automatic boot. Um, and somebody just being straight up disrespectful. Issue them all a warning. They continue to do it, get their ass out of here. So now that we got this shit established, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start with the early predictions based on what we have so far. Teasers, trailer, of course, the episode 3 trailer. Give me 1 second, too. Cool. All right. Andrew, what's good, man? It's you in a minute. But so early predictions, like I said, I guess I'll go ahead and pull up this trailer too, because it always, helps with it. Also, I just did a nice video, just letting y'all know. This is for the Ghost haters. That's right. I did an updated Ghost is Alive video. So be on the lookout for that shit tomorrow. We're gonna be dropping that. And we got some new evidence. But anyways, let's get to these early predictions. Just had to let y'all motherfuckers know. And for all
big fast, you move and work.
all 40 of these motherfuckers that's on the list right now, because I just checked it. It's a total of 40 non-believing motherfuckers right now.
So you saying we're back to this Ghost is Alive stuff?
What you mean back to it? We never stopped. What you mean back to it?
I must have missed something. I didn't do nothing wrong, did I? And
no. You always come on here good and respectful and no issues, of course. All right, so shout out to DeMarcus. Appreciate the super. He said, imagine if Jarita flipped Taz against Breeze and Kanan. That is actually a good theory. And I'm going to get into that as we go further here in this early prediction. That's a good theory there, DeMarcus. But I think that could definitely potentially land. And I'll discuss with you why I believe that's a chance of being right.
Yeah. Also, those two know each other.
Who, Jarita and Taz?
Yeah.
So we don't know that to be true, but I do have something that could add it up to make it potentially be true. So possibly, and even if they don't, it doesn't really matter. I'll tell you how. Give me a quick second. Is it true that episode 5 to 8 descriptions are fake? So, from what No Label to Label said, episode 4 through 7's description is not true. I don't think we ever got the description for episode 8. The third episode of Raising Kanan's final season is coming out in 4 days. True, let's go. All right. You need the link. Give me a second. Cool. So now to Ronald's question. You asking, do they know each other? So, like I said, we don't know that, right? For sure, technically, but I will say this. We know that I'm not too familiar with New York, like, the location. So for the people that is, I would need your help to let me know, if it's some truth to this or not. Well, answer the truth to it. Where exactly is Manhattan located? For anyone that knows, like what part of New York? I'm gonna try to look it up myself.
I thought Manhattan was an island.
Shit, it beats the hell out of me. Yeah, it's on Long Island in the southeastern part of New York. So that's what I was, that's what I was curious of. So it says southeast. We know Breeze came from eastern New York. So there's a possibility since, Breeze came from East New York, I think it's safe to say so did Taz. So it's possible that maybe Taz and Jarita know each other. Because we know Jarita is in Manhattan. So also, remember I told you, and I actually have a video that's coming to further explain this Jarita situation. But I believe Jarita is going to be used to infiltrate Kanan and Breeze's organization. And remember, I told y'all that. I think that last night. And the fact that DeMarcus just brought up that, Taz could flip against Breeze and Kanan, that's what makes that very possible. Because Jarita could end up manipulating Taz and helping and be working against them. Because keep in mind, Taz already has something against Kanan anyways. So he'll be glad to help with that situation. And then, who knows, Jarita could end up flirting with him and stuff like that, do enough to get the information that she needs. And I believe she's going to be used to play Kanan by Rock. And like I've already told y'all this, and I'm going to make a video about it, but I believe she's going to end up falling for Kanan in the midst of it. But he's going to end up finding out she was working with Rock. The only thing that's going to save her life is Sean. Obviously, she's going to be pregnant. He's not going to want to kill the mother of his child. So that's going to save her. All right, let's see what else we got down here. Rock will be talking to Stewart about selling the Southside Plaza. However, she can't because it's a crime scene. Manhattan is an island next to Brooklyn and Queens and south of the Bronx. Thank you. So it is next to Brooklyn. That's where I believe Breeze is from, Brooklyn. So they're close. Breeze is from Brooklyn. East New York is in Brooklyn. Cool. Thanks. So do you think Jarita knows Tasha? Shit. Possibly, but probably not, is what I would say. Because I think Jarita, it's a little, I mean, it's possible. She's clearly older than Tasha. She might even be older than Kanan. Tash is the reason why Breeze had to move from East New York for stealing product or money from Breeze organization. Hmm. Is Breeze, Snaps, and Pop getting their work from the police? I don't know about that. First I'm hearing about some shit like that. Everybody waiting on Marvin to be candidate. Do I think Unique is heading to Chicago? Shit. I never really thought about where he would head. I mean, Chicago, I guess, is somewhat similar to New York, right? Shit, both cold. It's cold as hell in both areas. I wonder if Rock and Breeze will meet. I hope so. Yeah, they. I would say they would have to. For some reason, Unique story doesn't feel over. He's too obsessed with being king of South. I agree. Finally, somebody that agrees with me. I don't think this nigga is dying. I mean, he could be. It just fine. It just seems very hard for me to believe that he is. Y'all said that Breeze would introduce Kanan to Jarita like Kanan introduced Destiny to Tariq. Um, okay. But anyways, though, so let's pull up this trailer really quickly because it's a couple of things. There's a couple of things.
Get big fast. You move and work.
Our work. Rocket me though. She dead to me already.
Need you to leave me and my peoples alone, Garcia.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Your mother is working in Manhattan now. Things could get messy.
I have a spot for you if you're lucky.
You will never be above me. It's us now. Everybody.
So, Taz. There we go. Taz. I believe he's working for someone there. He's already found his new plug because he's very upset with how Breeze is moving. So perhaps he has sided with Rocky. And Jarita could have been the messenger, letting them know, look, I know you're getting tired of getting, overlooked and shit by Breeze and shit like that. I know somebody else that got a spot for you that, actually would value you. And he could, end up doing it and end up hitting Breeze in them organization because that's the perfect person to go after right now if you want to infiltrate. But unfortunately for him, we know he's going to get his water cut off probably this episode. I don't think Taz is wrong for doing him and letting Unique know what's up. Uh, I would say that would depend on if whether he knew or not that Breeze was, planning on offering Unique later. Because if he's kind of oblivious to everything, then yeah, I mean, he just thought he should know because as far as he knew, they were working. But The way it looked to me, it seems like to me he knew he shouldn't have done it. He just didn't give a damn. He did it because he's salty about what's going on. Taz is beating down the white guys that work for Breeze and stuff. Yeah, that's what I believe is going on too. The same guys that Breeze mentioned, on his way to the meeting with Stefano, he was talking about how much work they be moving and shit. He knows about it, so more than likely he's robbing it, taking that shit for himself.
Well, I think in this episode we're gonna have to see what is Taz and Breeze's relationship, because the man just sat there and had his life threatened, and then I wonder why is it taking Breeze so long to.
I agree. I was thinking the same thing because it seemed like if he, the type of person Breeze is, if he wasn't someone close to him, he would have been off. But since he's who he is, he's kind of giving him a chance. What's good, Grant, man?
And it seems like he talks too much or something.
He absolutely seemed like he talked to them.
I'm talking about Breeze.
Breeze or Taz?
I'm talking about Breeze.
Oh,
I mean, he giving away his intentions to Taz. He did the same thing with Unique.
What do you mean?
Anybody could see through what he was implying.
Hold on. When you say he did the same thing to Unique, what do you mean with that?
When they was in each other's face.
Mm-hmm. So what did he reveal to Unique?
That he wasn't shit.
No, I mean that's just him flexing.
That's
I don't think he talked too much there. He just was flexing.
He let him know what he really thought of him. You ain't that nigga.
Flexing on him.
Yeah. But that's really what let Unique know that he really wasn't no partner. You don't agree?
I mean, it's like he did, but at the same time, he didn't. It was enough for Breeze, for Unique to know that, yeah, this nigga don't fuck with me.
So you got folks in the chat saying Breeze not smart, Breeze wasn't smart, Breeze is arrogant.
Well, arrogant and saying he's not smart is not the same thing. I do agree he's arrogant.
It comes down to what you do with your smart.
If y'all can get Michael ass out of here, get this goof ass fool out of here. I've been trying, it's giving me that error bullshit.
It's not working for some reason.
Yeah, same shit with me. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I thought it was just me for a second.
DeMarcus said the same thing.
Damn, Ryan. Damn. He said, I think Breeze smashed or will smash Vanessa. What the fuck make you think that?
It's kind of stretch, ain't
it is. That's why I know where's she going with that. Like that made her think it. I don't know. Vanessa seemed like she pretty much, very much into Unique. I don't see her doing it. Damn, this nigga don't hack the system. Teresa. So Teresa, shit. I would say we would have to see her. And that's another reason why I think Unique got to be coming back. Why the fuck is Teresa in Origin? We got to figure that shit out. Think about that.
The thing about unique to me, I would hope that was a fitting end to the character. But then when I think about one of the underlying themes of power is addiction.
Mm-hmm.
And even when Lou killed Kenyatta, the Kanan narration described the whole attraction to the game as an addiction.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see him just like Lou had got out, really,
Yep.
relapsed on the game. And that could happen with Unique. He might actually try to go somewhere else to start up.
I just like, come on, not just him. Think about it. It happened with Tariq. Tariq tried to get out the game for a few days. What happened? He went his ass right back. Rob tried to get out the game for what, maybe a few weeks, went our ass right back.
By profession, I'm an addictions counselor, licensed.
Mm-hmm.
And over the years ago, I used to work with young gangbangers and dope boys and stuff. And it was hard to get them to see that they really had the same problem as the people they were serving.
Yeah,
The
because
same pathology.
they're addicted to moving that young nigga moving that dope. Ray Teresa Baselli description and origin, it seems as if she got in the game. So let me think. Because like I said, we just could show some history of people who was in the game and then stopped. I don't really think because Unique and Rockets is light, bro. I just don't think. Um, I just don't think he could uh, get out like that out the blue. I mean, he could. It just find I just find it hard to believe myself. Who the fuck is Bruce?
I really want to go with he's out.
So you thinking he's gonna just be done with it?
Yeah, they got enough characters and mess going on too.
I'm agree with Ryan.
We need to see how each character gonna be resolved, you know. And he done died once.
He gonna die. He gonna get the ultimate death when he come his ass back. Because what I could see happen, because think about it, this nigga done been in the game damn near since he was a kid, bro. Been running shit for that long, and then he go and try to be a civilian and do stuff right, bro. That man gonna lose his mind. He gonna be like, bro, I can't do
He
this.
can get involved somewhere else. I would say that he's addicted to it. It's who he is.
But
Like
then he gonna want to go back
that's
to
all he knows. But then the the whole thing about Jerome and him seeing how that affected him, and 2 days before Father's Day, he really needed that hug from his son. I think it's a nice way to end the character.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it if that's how his character ended. I wouldn't be mad at it at all. I'm just saying, I don't think, I just don't see that shit happen. Make sure y'all smashing the like button as you come in. But let's see, back to oh shit. So
I like what Tony Montana said.
his name is unique, meaning he is one of a kind. So he is the one who could lead the game while others couldn't. And that's actually is that's a good ass concept for sure.
And see it, and then it was an unselfish move.
Yeah, he did it for his son. That's why I said in the
Like running for his life. He
yeah, that's why I said in the recap. I believe that hug that Jerome gave him, that saved his life because he started thinking, okay, it ain't just about me, it's about my son too. And then obviously, also what Akbar told him helped him as well. See, this nigga Dre.
Let me ask you this. Do you apparently Akbar was able to tell Marvin where the hideout was, right?
You know, that's what I'm glad you brought that up because I was thinking about that. Did he though?
That was
Because
the
they didn't
last
show it.
That's what Marvin said. Where's Neek? And he
Yeah, I
was
know.
he was trying to mumble something. So then that raised the question: Did Marvin finish him off?
Shit, the way his big ass was leaking on that ground, he probably died from that shit. Leak don't do shit for Jerome all series at least. At least he can get out the game for him. Not to raise them on her own for real. Be realer baby mama Michelle told Pryor Sherman and Jalen that Akbar was with Unique to tell Marvin, aka Akbar, location too. No, them random niggas that Marvin pulled up told him Akbar's location.
The roly poly.
Yeah, he said old roly poly ass nigga.
Jerome might be roller.
Yeah, that's getting out there a lot now. A lot of people saying that. Like I've said, I don't think the age match. I get it from the name perspective. People think that it could turn out to be him, but it just doesn't.
Now, let me say this. Let me say this about that age stuff. Now, the actor that played Roller wasn't even 30 years old at the time.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Daryl something. He was on The Wire.
Yeah, and I was just about to bring it up. He actually was just on the crew hand, like this past week. I want to say it was. The crew had it with Michael Rainey and Gianni,
Okay.
and he
Now,
was talking about it.
so in this timeline, Jerome is 8 years old, so he would have been born in '84. So by the time Power starts, he would have been Jerome would be what, 28?
Hmm?
If Jerome is Roller, and when we first see Power, uh, he would be 28. So in 2014, he would be 28. If he was born in '82, wait a minute, no, 18.
Because if he's born,
He would be born in '84. Yeah. If
right,
he's 8 years old now, he would be born in '84. So he would be 30 years old
and
in
that's what I'm saying. That's
'02
too
Power.
old. That's too old.
I don't think so. That's about the age range of the actor that played him.
Yeah, but that normally actors play younger. I mean, older than what younger than what their real age is. Typically you rarely ever play the actual age of what you are.
Well, this actor was clearly young. I mean, he looked young. And hence he was referred to as you raised that boy. But then Kanan is only 5 years older than Ghost and Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
He raised them.
I'll say that.
I'm just saying it's possible. I'm not.
I'm not. Look, I'm
I
not
don't care if he
saying
is if he
it's
isn't, but I know
impossible.
he's not RSJ.
I'm not saying it's impossible because it's not. I just think it just seemed like to me he seemed a little younger than 30. Like, and I could be just blowing it, like maybe overthinking this, but like I said, Tasha referred to him as a boy as well. Tasha was 30 at the beginning of Power. She turned 30 episode 4. I think Roller was in his mid to early 20s. That's what I believe he was. You said that's why Ghost fuck with Roller. He gonna meet Neek in Origins. hold on. Let me read this nigga whole thread. What did he just say? There's a lot of comments just came through here too. Hold on. Does Unique know his man's dead? Nah, he don't know that fat fuck dead yet. Let's see where we at. I'm telling y'all, Jerome and Roller. I think that Jerome has PTSD, so he not Jay Boogs either.
Let me say something about that, since y'all in my field now. Unresolved trauma can repeat itself.
Hmm.
In other words, he needs some. He needs a therapist for that PTSD.
Remember,
And he can't. PTSD is an anxiety disorder, but I don't really believe in all this medication and shit. But
I don't even.
the but unresolved trauma tends to repeat itself. So I could see him actually getting in the game.
Remember in season 3, Rock tried to get out of the game too, but she couldn't adapt to normal civilian life back in the game. Okay. Roller was younger than Tasha too. Right. That's what I'm saying tomorrow. It's the reason why I believe. I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but I think it's unlikely because he was younger than Tasha, from what I can see.
I think Roller was in mid to late 20s.
Because he had a younger brother, Q Dub. He looked like, to me, Q Dubs looked like he was probably like anywhere between 18 to 22. That's what his age range was like. And Roller looked like he was maybe a little older than him. I would say Roller was probably 3 to 4 years older than him.
Well, Jay, if I didn't know your age, I would probably put you in your 20s.
Yeah, true. But what I'm saying is that
Late
we're
20s.
going by the what they look like, what we know they age to be like on the show. Because, like I said, I just don't see them calling you a boy, if especially Tasha, if they're the same age. I could be wrong. I mean, like I said, if I had to bet on it, I would just say the age don't. That's why Ghost fuck with Roller. He gonna meet Neat and
A
Orderly.
boy had to be raised.
So what do you
That's
mean with this? Because I'm curious of what you're talking about. That's why Ghost fuck with Roller. He gonna meet Neek and Origin. I mean, could be. The only alcoholic mom I've seen is Kate. I'm guessing they referring to something. I bet you young Kate worked for Floss and Cigar. I wouldn't bet you that because I actually think you're right. The moment I seen that, I was like, yeah, Kate probably is in that same area. So nah, I wouldn't bet you. Roller and Sean around the same age. I would say so. Yeah, closer to around the same age. I would say Roller is a little older than Sean, just a little bit.
I think Ghost would have had to bring him up while Ghost was still connected to the streets. When we meet Ghost, he didn't really, he's not out the game, but he's kind of above it. People don't even know who he is.
Well, actually, I wouldn't say the same because Sean, the first episode was 20. First season, he's 20. I don't think Roller's 20. I think Roller, like I said, I had to guess his age. No younger than 22, no older than 26. That's what I would say. Where the fuck is Ghost and Tommy at? Are they really not going to show them? So I think they're going to come in the very last episode. They're not going to show them to the very last episode. But who knows? Could show up sooner. Yeah, he said season finale. I'm going with the season finale too. What's good, Spencer Valley? Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Might say Flossie could get it. Carmine that set up Phil Russo is the father of little Carmine and did the hit for Tommy and OG Power for the capture of Dre.
What's the? I can't see your topics now. Are we
That's
gonna?
curious.
Are we gonna talk about the trailer?
Yeah, I'm gonna run it one more time, but
Okay. Because I'm wondering about the little deal with Marvin. Talking about
will Rock snitch to the feds on Stephon? Absolutely. I got a video coming right tomorrow morning about that. She absolutely will do it.
you think Marvin gonna screw Jarita? You know, Kanan didn't really know if Sean was his child or not.
Right. But you say, do I think what?
Then Marvin's gonna end up screwing Jarita.
Damn. Why Marvin of everybody? I mean, I would
Well,
say
he didn't bang Shirley, but I could. Or he might get Flossie. I mean, he likes.
I could see Flossie, yeah, maybe. But
Why
not
not
Jarita.
Jarita?
Jarita's young. See, I think Marvin would mess with her because she probably look like she's the same age as his daughter. The way Phil Russo went out is what would have happened to Meek if he wasn't smart. Right. Would have told his ass. Somebody said tapped in, wifey hella mad and pregnant. nigga, nigga girl talked to me before work, but he on the podcast like hey, let's chill out on the bargain, man. God damn, this nigga hard on this man.
So why Marvin make the comment about our work?
So, I was curious of that. And I talked about that on my breakdown, the trailer breakdown. It could be because Flossie, when she was speaking to them, like speaking to, Jarita and the other girls and stuff like that, it can be that she's saying, so we're going to be doing this for rock this, rock that, rock. Because, she's pro woman. That's the only reason why she signed off on it. And Marvin probably was going to be sitting there like, God damn, this is my shit too. You know what I'm saying? So, similar to if you remember in the original Power, when Kanan was talking to Dre's crew, Kanan was like, y'all answer to Dre answered to me and Tommy. And then Tommy hurry up and intervened, was like, and Ghost. So similar to that type of situation, Flossie is like more so fucking with Rock and not Marvin because she don't like fucking doing business with men. That's pretty much what she told him. So that's what I got from it, but hey, who knows? But this shit is late. Let me play the rest of this damn trailer, man. This shit crazy. We'll play the trailer again.
You move and work.
Our work. Rocking me though. She dead to me already.
Need you to leave me and my peoples alone, Garcia.
What the fuck are you doing here? Your mother is working in Manhattan now. Things could get messy.
Nice spot for you if you lucky.
You will never be above me. It's us now. Everybody else need to get the fuck out the way.
So I do got a question. With Breeze saying it's us now, everybody else needs to get out the way. Do y'all feel like he's gotten rid of some people? Or he's planning to?
Well, that was kind of past tense, wasn't it? It's just us now.
Did he say just us?
Oh, yeah, you got to play it again now.
Manhattan now. Things could get messy.
Nice spot for you if you lucky.
You will never be above me. It's us now. Everybody else need to get the fuck out the way.
But
It's hard to say. He could have said it's us now, but I thought I heard another syllable. I think Breeze gonna. I think he can easily get rid of Snap and Pop. He tired of them old heads.
yeah, and
That's what I put in somebody's comments about these and all that latest BS.
yeah.
To the Marcus's point, yeah, I might try to predict that somebody gonna smash, just like we predicting somebody gonna get killed. I think Unique should have smashed Teresa.
That could be his way to get back in the game. That could be his way. Because think about it. If Russo got taken out, that means Jersey need a new person, right? So that could be how Teresa ends up becoming the queen pin. Especially if she finds out that Russo backstabbed her husband to get it. She can make a claim that it's rightfully mine. Who knows? We know she makes it to Origin, so more than likely, something like that is happening.
So, Cafe Vu must not be in South Jamaica.
Cafe Blue is Cafe Blue is in Manhattan, right? Or is it?
See, I don't know nothing about all them boroughs and stuff either. But
Y'all let me know in the comments. Is Cafe Blue in Manhattan?
because Lou came up on it when he was stumbling around drunk, and he heard his daddy's music. But then they got all that work there, but she's not supposed to be doing any work in South Jamaica, Queens. Tony said he lives in Manhattan. But how do we know that? How do you know that, Tony?
And I believe they said it in season 3. If I'm not mistaken, they said it. That's why I said it. That's because I remember hearing that it's in Manhattan. And that makes sense the reason why, Rock told Marvin to go ahead and use Lou's club because it's already in Manhattan. Just think about it. If the club was in Queens, then Stefano would be all on his on the ass.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So it's in Manhattan.
Okay. So I guess Shirley's still gonna be pouring drinks.
Shirley gonna get smoked. Mark my words. God looking as a family. Hey, what he said, because y'all already starting drunk on that. Like, Breeze of Power, let's chill out on DeMarcus, and DeMarcus chill out on the rest of the people. I'm not getting on DeMarcus right now because they attacked him first. But let's chill out in the comments with the personal attack. Let's talk about the damn show. Like Breeze of Power been going breeze on DeMarcus since he been in there. I've been trying to hold the shit.
I got a conflict.
Appreciate that, Breeze of Power, bro.
People there's some different opinions, the few I've seen about this whole, what's that name, Buckley and Rowland scene.
Yeah, what about it?
Now, see, my first impression as I was watching it, now hear me out, okay? My first impression when I was watching it was that it was Snap and Pop's doing in order to get Kanan to come on over to them for sure.
Wait. You're saying Snaps and Pop is the one that told Buckley and Rowland
to pick up Kanan. Even though we know those are the two cops that Rock was paying for protection at the mall.
That's crazy. I never thought about that, bro, but hey.
Because they so manipulative and they in deep with the police because we've seen them with 2 other pairs of cops.
Right.
And so they could easily got them to do that.
Still makes sense of why he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because they still wouldn't know about that.
Mm-hmm.
You might be on to something. I didn't think about it.
It just don't make it. It didn't make sense to me because some people are saying Rock sent them because those were now Kanan recognized them
Mhm.
as associated with his mama,
Right.
but it's got him thinking.
But the only
Just
reason why I'm gonna disagree with that, I don't think it's a bad theory. I'm gonna put that out there. But the only reason why I would disagree is because, like I said, if you pay attention to the previews, they tell you to a degree of what's about to take place. You know, at the beginning of what they say the previously on wherever the show is,
Mhm.
it showed Rock paying those cops in the preview. So that's pretty much telling you there that Rock is gonna pay them again.
That was to remind us of who they are. Okay, and that's also what triggered Kanan to suspect Rock in the first place.
You might
After,
be right.
after Snap and Pop said it was some cops involved, then he gonna see her paying some cops, and that's when he really put two and two together. So he thought that she did famous.
Mm.
But see, to me, Rock was too. I don't. Why would she even do that at this point? She busy.
Well, she's trying to shut them. She's trying to shut him down.
No, she not. What for?
Why
What?
would she be?
She trying to get her own game up and running.
Right. This is the proof here. I didn't even think about that. I forgot about it. But yeah, this is the proof that Rock is the one that did it. They took him to Rock's Plaza. That's how we know. But yeah, she's trying to shut Kanan down because she don't want him dealing with, snaps and pops.
I still say it could go the other way. It could. I
Yeah,
could see
and the
it,
school,
but
and
that's why I brought it up because I knew there was disagreement about it.
this is a good point that Talia is making too. She's saying, why would Snaps and Pop be on him about school and not his business? Because they were mentioning school, saying that, it's time
Because
for him to go back.
he's a kid. He's a kid. He's supposed to be in school. That's why they would bring it up. It's not, but it's not about school.
But how would they know his ass ain't going to school?
Because he at the farmer cooking up dope.
Nah, I mean, it was a good swing, Ron. But I think
It's still good. It's gonna be good till we learn otherwise for sure.
I mean, we did. We just told you they took him to Rock's Plaza. There's no way if they were working for Snaps and Pop, they would take it to a location that Rock owns.
That would be even better manipulation on their part.
How would they get in? And then here's in the trailer. Here's another thing. More proof to it.
Get big fast. You move and work.
Our work. Rocket me done. She dead to me already.
Need you to leave me and my peoples alone, Garcia.
What the fuck are you doing here? Your mother is working in Manhattan now. Things could get messy.
I have a spot for you if you lucky.
You will never be above me. It's us now. Everybody else needs.
Right there. That's the same place.
Okay.
You see, it's showing Rock coming from that place because Rock is doing business there. That's where they took Kanan, right there.
And that's where Barilla was killed.
I believe so. I believe it's the same place.
Yeah, that was at the mall.
Yeah.
That
So
was Rock's place.
so if they was holding Panessa and them there, it would make sense that they bring Kanan there. She owns that, And then you see the dude that sold it to her. That's him right there in the same photo. But yeah,
I know Rock ain't expecting Kanan to go back to school or be scared straight back into school or whatever. That might be another clue when they use the term scared straight, but that's
the clue that Rock that they working for Rock.
I think, but the whole point of the scene was really to get Kanan to thinking about what he's been thinking.
Mm.
But that was as I watched it, that was my first thought that they was because Breeze had already said that Kanan and Unique hadn't been in touch with him.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm gonna head on to this investigation. So, one thing also that we know is that Jukebox is going to be doing some investigating soon, if not this episode. I believe for sure this episode she's going to be doing.
So
That's
she
what-
trying? Did she go to his house to intimidate the cop? Because he was shook. He was shook.
Yeah, so that's what I think. To a degree, she was doing, but like I said in my video that in my trailer review, trailer breakdown. I believe it was just her, kind of, sort of trying to intimidate him to a bit. But what's going to end up happening is he's going to speak with her and convince her that they can both get what they want. And once she does finally think it over, because keep in mind, Rock told her, what was that, season 2, that sometimes cops are good friends to have. And she's going to remember that. And she'll be like, well, I do want to know what happened to Uncle Lou. I also want to know what happened to Famous and Crystal. Detective Garcia is the one that can help me get those answers. And once she do, she's going to be able to put 2 and 2 together with the whole story.
Why would he help her? What is she going to offer him?
Well, that's what I was thinking too. She's probably going to give him enough, possibly, to get her out of her situation and point him somewhere else.
Because don't forget, his real mission is to find Howard's killer.
Right.
They think that the person that ultimately killed Howard was the same one that shot him up in the park. And that's his real mission. And he's connecting it to the Thomas family some kind of way. But he really doesn't know who the girl that they found was.
So you saying Jukebox not no rat? I'm not saying that she's a rat. There's a difference between you working with them, right? Because keep in mind, she's slow. She low key did it already. She can go and dig to get some information without snitching on her people. That's how she figured out what happened to Crystal in the first place. And Jukebox is kind of cut from the same cloth Rock been doing. She looks at us rat in the same way as Tony Teresi does. You only a rat if you tell on somebody you should be loyal to. the same cloth rocking Ghost is cut from. Or else she would have never became a cop in the first place. Would it be a scratch as a
I think she became a cop. I think she became a cop because of the whole power aspect. Just like she told Garcia, bad cop, good cop, y'all all the same to me.
Mm-hmm. Survived two origins, and he ends up being the one to arrest Kanan when Ghost set him up. I mean, it wouldn't be a scratch, but I doubt he'd be the cop that arrested him. Yeah, her running her mouth is the reason they're gonna have that fallout. Mark my words.
I don't see Juke being a CI. Rock was a straight up CI.
Hey, Breeze the Power. It's crazy that you saying this, bro. I already got a video. The video I talked about earlier in the back burner talking about this. Not now, I didn't say Howard, but Howard is probably a better pick because think about it. That's who Garcia is trying to find out. See, I was thinking maybe she would get arrested for the death of Lou because she took the blame for Kanan. But going to jail for Howard makes sense too, because that's who Garcia is looking for. So if Juke could help him connect the dots to the degree, like she's not gonna maybe deliberately give him what he needs, but she might say enough that ends up putting her away. But we know she's gonna get away because she has that get out of jail free card. You said I got the whole episodes already for my folks worth for pound. If that's the case, nigga, DM me and tell me all of it so I can make videos on it and run this shit. Cause that's a goddamn game. Why hasn't anybody else found out that Rock was Howard's CI? Uh, because the records were sealed, for one thing. That they said that in season, what was it, season 2?
Now Burke figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
She figured it out. Remember, it's on record at the police station. She had that other cop digging up Howard's old cases and stuff. It's in the record who his CI was, but it was something about how she got that information. But Burke knew that Rock was a CI for Howard.
Yeah, Burke knew.
She confronted him on it.
Yeah, witness protection. I already, like I said, I already got that video in my back burner. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and show y'all a teaser. I ain't gonna show y'all nothing that's in the video because I know we glad niggas be lurking, but I'll show you the thumbnail. So y'all can know I already was making this video way that just go drop tomorrow morning, people. Witness protection is where both of them folks at. Goes there, Rock there.
Well, I know witness protection for Tasha was pitiful because everybody was finding her.
You ain't never lied. Hold on. But yeah, so they both gonna be in witness protection. And think about it, something that they all both got in common. They both were facing something like that. Well, we don't know Rock for sure, but anyways, I don't want to spoil my video too much. Y'all. All right, my boy. Appreciate you stopping through. How came
I watched it to see why Ghost would be in WITSEC. What was he a witness to? What was he? What did he testify to be in WITSEC?
well, he didn't have to necessarily protect. You know, they're doing. It's kind of like with that, but more so like protective custody because you know why are they shooting fucking sideways right now? But you know they're basically. I'm guessing must be another fever game. Somebody won. They been motherfuckers. But because you know his life was in danger. Lieutenant Governor, life in danger. They do that.
He hadn't. He wasn't elected yet, was it?
He was well. Yeah, he did actually. I think. Well, no, he was elected, but he was the nominee. It's like Stephen Knott said. He's part of the Democratic Party, Democratic property. Now.
Well, you say you got 40 people on the list.
Yep, for all their people, for all their haters.
You got Tommy Egan on there because he just said a couple of times that Tariq killed Ghost.
He also said he might be alive too. So we'll cut him some slack.
You got me number one. Okay, that's appropriate.
Yeah, you've been having the most black UN motherfucking support.
It's support SG.
Yeah,
Which one? 2029 or 28?
29. You said Kane just come home, then go see his mom, and what's that? What she mean by that? You mean Kanan? Kane mom ain't in no woods that. What's that?
But if you in witness protection, you supposed to have a new identity. Don't nobody know where you at. It's like being given a whole new life.
Yeah.
You don't get this. That's why it didn't make any sense with Tasha. She getting visitors and everything.
Well, according to them, they made special exceptions.
It ain't supposed to work that way. But this television, so
All right, let's get these haters off here.
I'm in a good crowd.
Yeah, Tasha did change her identity. What was she? What was her name? What was her new name? Rachel. Rachel something.
Sax knew where she was. Uh, Tamika Washington knew where she was. Who else knew where she was? Then they gonna tell Tariq and gonna take Tariq up there to her. That was crazy.
Well, the only one who really knew was the Fed. Will Stefano ruin Rock's new business? I don't know about Stefano, but Breeze gonna ruin it. She
So
was Vanessa Brown.
we got to know more of Breeze's backstory because like why did he leave East New York? Because that would have left if he was so brilliant, that would have left a power vacuum. But then his side hustles got something to do with it. And oh yeah, the fight scene when they said put somebody down, that means kill them, right?
Say that again.
And speaking of that fight scene, when you said put somebody down, that means kill them, right?
Yeah.
So them fights is to the death, and that's how gladiators would have did it. You fight to the death.
Yeah, that's what he said. We on some
Okay.
gladiator
So,
shit.
so the guy was dead when we saw him hit the ground.
I guess so.
Okay.
We on some gladiator
So
shit.
I think Breeze leaving. I think Breeze leaving East New York got something to do with his side hustles. Something went wrong.
Mm-hmm. Reason why Snap's told him not to have any.
But wouldn't that have left some kind of power vacuum?
Mm. We need to see Breeze's strategy. They've shown his ruthlessness. You saying her surname was Vanessa Edwards in season 2, but in season 4 that wasn't her name. Her name was Rachel in season 4.
Where we on that? Juke investigation?
Yeah, we pretty much wrapping it up though. 'Cause pretty much her investigation. Like I said, it's going to consist of something she's going to do with Garcia. Who knows? She could get the information from him then off his ass. Maybe that's the thing. She could do that.
So this is the episode of the big risk. What is it? Just confronting Garcia or killing him?
It could be both, is what I'm saying. It could be. She could end up getting some, investigating them. He confronts her, like, look, we can work together, get the information and stuff we both need. Once she get what she needs, she off his that. That could be what happened.
I don't remember Ricardo.
It was the old dude, I believe. Old dude, or is he talking about the other dude? Yeah, what happened to the other dude that was with them? I think he was part of the Jersey crew, though. Bree's backstory is an undercover cop. He this nigga, though. He's supposed to be a big drug dealer, but he doing side hustles. He live in an apartment. He has no street smarts. And finally, Ghost had to kill him. This nigga still pushing that shit. If he turns out to be right, though, I'm gonna tell you that would be insane. But I say the likelihood of you being right about that is the likelihood of me getting the lottery right.
Well, we got to be in for some more twists and turns.
But we're gonna go ahead. Let's go ahead and talk on this on Breeze killing snaps now. Now we know since he's been here, it seems as if Breeze has been very cutthroat. And Kanan already said that he's the coldest motherfucker he's ever known. So sometimes you're not a real killer until you kill somebody you love. Could come from him killing his goddamn mom. Because now that we got 100% confirmation that the scene we was looking at was 100% a body that was on the ground, not a damn trash, not a trash bag.
We got confirmation
Uh-huh.
from who?
So they blew the picture up, and you could clearly see it's a body.
I thought I saw it blown up, and I couldn't clearly see it was a body.
It's another one that's blown up, and you can see it clearly. Hold on, I'm gonna go get it real quick. Now, it doesn't necessarily, to me, look like it's it snaps, but it's clearly a body.
We're gonna have to explore this theory about Breeze being a cop.
You still looking? All right, people. Here we go. Here's the blew up version of it, where you can clearly see that that's a body. Let me move these comments real quick. Yep, you see it there. That's a body. And that does look somewhat like Pop. And of course, they were shooting at the runaway car that Kanan and Breeze was in.
Seems like Pop to me is not that. She not that stout.
Well,
But what is this? Is this like a body next to some kind of bag?
nah, that's him folded. Is his arm really close? And it's looking like it. That's what made it look like a bag.
I see a arm, what looks like an arm, but this big round piece, that's the part that's throwing me off. I can believe it's like a body behind something. Am I wrong?
That's his whole body.
Because I've seen this picture before, but
Yeah, I think that's his arm and his back. I'm not saying that Snaps is on the body, on the ground, because like I said, it don't kind of look like Snap. It don't really look like Snap to me. It might be just a random that was a bodyguard or something that also got taken out.
I just don't see this thing that's sitting there in front. I don't see. I see a arm stretched out to the right, but other than that,
The topic is we talking about Breeze killing Snaps.
is this in the season episode 3?
No,
It's not.
mm-mm. At least it's not part of the trailer. If it is part of it, it's in another, you know, different part of it.
And you think that's Pop over there to the right shooting?
It kind of look. Right, it could be somebody else, but it do look like him.
I don't know. I'm not convinced about this picture. But that's what everybody's seeing. Pop shooting at somebody and somebody on the ground. And they shooting at Breeze.
Breeze and Kanan.
That's somebody we don't even know.
Hold up. Matter of fact, DeMarcus, that series that you asked about, my girl be watching that shit. She was watching it yesterday. She probably in there watching it now. It's an African movie about some nigga that's they be going ham. I guess he's a narcissist to a degree or whatever, and he be cheating on his wife while also still making her feel like he want her or something like that. I mean, it from what I saw, it was all right, but it wasn't. I don't know. Fatal Seduction is better. I'll say that. I don't think we've seen the last of Unique. He might come back in the series for now. I don't think we've seen the last of him either.
I'm kind of with. I don't know how to set a name. Ryan Can or something. What is that?
Ryan Can.
I'm kind of see. That's what I've been. That's what I see more than anything.
So
It seemed a little light skinned for Marvin, but that could be a lighting issue. But
initially, I'm gonna say this: if y'all can remember when this first came out, that's who I said it was. I thought this was Marvin and Juke as well, but then I kind of looked at the woman. It looked. I more so say, okay, that looked kind of like Pop, because somebody told me that that's Pop. Then I kind of changed, but like you said, I'm not exactly sure if Pop's figure is like that. Juke kind of got body,
that's what I'm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
but they're shooting at Kanan. That's for sure. Kanan and Breeze. But I don't know. What is going on here? Damn, shit was tripping. You said it's hella good. Okay. I don't know. Like I said, to me, I watched it for a while. I watched some of it. I just don't think it's. I don't know. It wasn't nothing that just caught me and had me hooked early. I'll say that. I don't think Ghost and Tommy is coming episodes. I don't suspect to see them if we see them at all until the very end. I think Medea is gonna take us now from time. So look each other.
So why your topic was Breeze kills snaps? Where you get that topic from?
Just watching that actually that video there. I mean that little photo there, and I think when him pulling the mask off and holding the gun towards him with the silencer, I think that's probably him killing snaps right there because you can just tell by how he's moving that he wants to get anybody that's a threat out of the way. And obviously his uncle and auntie would be threatened.
But how could you get rid of one and not the other?
They could end up maybe they're not around the same place, or perhaps they betray Snaps and they both get him rid of him. I wouldn't be shocked if that happened.
Okay.
Maybe, you know, Pop double cross Snap with Breeze. So, DeMar, you said Joseph Curran is producing in episode 3. When I looked it up, I didn't see it.
I thought he was directing.
See, I also heard that too. But when I looked it up, it said the director was Dylan Khan, I believe. Breeze might mention Go to Tommy, but I don't think they'll be in the series for now. They hadn't announced the actors around the time that they were. So they didn't announce it yet. However, two things could happen. One, they could have been cast them and just didn't announce it until later. Or they could be going with younger actors. Because keep in mind, at this time period, Ghost and Tommy are around 11 to 15, anywhere between that range. So the actors that's playing them in Origins is too old to be the age of what they are right now. Now, in order for them to keep the same actors, then of course, they would do a time jump a few years to get them into teenage years, and they can potentially play the teenage version.
What about that scene, Jay, from the original Power, man?
Yeah, what about it?
You think that'd be too far fetched for them to throw that scene up in there?
You talking about the exact same thing?
Cause where was that scene really at the end of Power? I'm still I don't remember that. Was that a
Yeah,
real
it was.
scene? It
It was.
was.
Mhm.
Talking about the 1996 scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got when he was like, we got to go meet Kanan. He gonna introduce us to Breeze. That little clip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the post credits.
What if it's them two actors playing today? I mean, they could use somebody like them.
It
Yeah,
ain't gonna,
they'd be about what 10 years older now.
uh,
Nah, cause you right, cause they was in high school in that clip, wasn't they? They looked like they.
they'll probably be like 5, 6 years older. But it was shot. You got to think about though. Season 5 of Rain Cannon was shot almost 2 years ago.
Nah, that's true. That's true. I might be reaching.
But I just don't think when I first saw those actors, a lot of people were saying we already know who's gonna be them. They showed it at the end of Power. And I was like, that doesn't necessarily mean that's who's gonna play them. That was just simply a promo.
That's true. It could be anybody. You're right. As long as
They
they
can
look
switch
close.
actors easily.
Yeah, they could grab any little white boy and a little brown skinned cat that look like Ghost, and there you have it. I got a feeling they might pop up, Jay. I might be wrong, but we're gonna see, man.
I'm not saying they're not gonna pop up at all. But
I hope they do. Maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe I just hope they do, even if it's a scene where they don't even talk much, just something.
yeah, episode 3, I don't know. I think there's.
Might be too early though. You're right, because it don't really fit in with everything going on.
But I know if they keep the scene that you just mentioned, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they keep the same timeline, which I believe they will, because it makes sense that they will, because they knew about the spinoffs. They don't supposed to meet Breeze until 96. It's only 92.
It was 92 when they came out to school.
No. They're currently in 92.
Okay, on
They
Raising
didn't meet
Kanan right
Breeze
now.
come out to school until 96.
Okay. Unless they do that time jump in like the last episode, like you were saying.
Yeah. Now we could see them perhaps because I'm pretty sure they probably work with Kanan for a little minute, right? At least maybe a year or longer before they meet Breeze, because they got to prove themselves.
That's true. Cause they
But
probably gonna be like in Kanan crew, like the rest of them cats in the Diddy, the whole little everybody that Kanan got in his crew. Obviously, ain't gonna know Breeze. Ain't gonna be no reason for Kanan to be like, "Hey, this my boy Nick Nobody." Like he ain't gonna bring his whole crew around for no reason. Cause they.
Talia, yes, Raising Kanan was already done when they announced Origins, I believe. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Take that back. No, it wasn't.
Cause wasn't Raising Kanan the first? Nah, Ghost was the first book. You right. Power was the first book.
Because they announced Origins when I think a little bit before they released the last season of Ghost. Because I remember reporting.
We for sure getting closer though. You see how when they took Kanan to that rock spot, how they flashed the camera and it's still showing that Tommy thing on the wall. So it's little subliminal little moves they throwing
Yeah,
in there.
it is crazy that they doing it again, right? Because when they first showed it, that you're talking about, when they first showed it, that was the episode 3 of season 3. Now another episode 3 is coming, and they're showing it again.
Yeah, because why would the police take them to? The funny thing is, I heard somebody say earlier that Snaps, that might have been you, because I really feel like I've been tapped into your channel mainly only. But they was trying to say Snaps and Pops might have set them up, but how would Snaps and Pops have the police take them in the rock building?
We just talked about this
Oh, okay,
shit.
okay, my bad. Oh yeah, I was getting put in the doghouse when that was going on.
Yeah, we just got to discussing that.
All right.
But yeah, DeMarcus said, I believe that Garcia will team up and arrest Pop. So when you say team up with who? Are you saying teaming up with Juke, or who is he teaming up with? Marvin. Marvin will eliminate Crank and Primal for the introduction of James St. Patrick and time to appear. That's not too bad of a theory here. I mean, because obviously it seems like Crank and Primo is his two right hand man right now. So in order for them to be replaced with
Something
Ghost,
gotta happen.
they gotta go. And he already, like I said, I don't know how I looked at it, how quickly Crank was to, say he looking to go to somebody else because they wasn't, eating at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
That shows to me that's disloyalty. Like, damn, nigga, we you ain't getting that for a couple of days, and now you already complaining, talking about switching to somebody else.
Yeah, they was foreshadowing that he gonna be either unappreciative, greedy, or he gonna turn into a snake. Something he gonna do something to fall off.
What's good, Kill TV? Hear me out. Last season when they met at Joyce's crib, Rock gave Kanan a letter from school said he ain't been to school since the new year. And school started in season 2. So would they be in 93? So when they said the school, I think they were talking about the new school semester.
They weren't talking about January 1st
Because
because
we know this because the obituary, famous obituary said he died in what was it, October? And then,
I responded to that. Jay Fame was in October. Joyce Graves says she died in November of '92.
okay, I see
And
it.
it was right after Kanan went to her grave that he was ready to confront Rock.
Yeah. So that's how we know we're still in 92.
The whole series hadn't been but 2 years.
Okay, so you teaming up with Juke. Yeah, I can see. I agree with you on that.
Who teaming up with Juke? Garcia?
Garcia. Uh,
Yeah, they're gonna have to use each other. They both got too much that each other know.
I can see, like I said, I can see Juke offing his ass after she get what she want out of him.
Yeah, she for sure gonna off him.
She
She for
could
sure
do that.
gonna. Yeah.
I hope Raquel makes it out alive, but sometimes something tells me Kanan and Breeze might get rid of her. Nah, I think 100% Rock making it out.
Yeah, they can't kill Rock off. They let my nigga Unique skate off as a family man. We gotta keep Rock, man. They might surprise us. A lot of
Hey,
people
SC,
might
my
just.
bad, bro. I just noticed you were down there. I looked at so happened to look at the private message and see that you were talking there. I didn't, cause normally it gives me a notification like a beep to let me know somebody's in here, but I didn't hear it.
Yeah, because I've been shouting and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We can't hear you until I click you on.
What's going on, nephew?
It was good.
You know,
Orders was conceived by Mr. Curtis James Jackson the second on Wednesday, March the 13th, 2024. Yeah, and Ghost came because they announced that the last season of Ghost shortly after it. Because it came out the first half of it came out what was it, June? So somebody told me that Origins was done. It did seem like it was a bit quick for 18 episodes.
for them to film it,
Yeah, 18 episodes takes a minute.
man.
Like,
Unless they was out there working day and night with that.
yeah, but just from my experience of filming like 1 hour episodics like that,
That's too quick.
um, yeah, it's too quick because just a regular one takes about like 10 episodes takes about 6 months.
And they did 18. That's gonna feel longer than the first season of Power. That's hella episodes.
Yeah, so that I would say minimum it would take about 8 months to film that shit.
How many seasons you think they might give if you had to guess on it? Since they put in 18 in one in the first season, you think that's gonna be it, or it might be 3 to 5?
Nah, it's gonna probably be like 3 if I had to bet.
What else is there to tell for that many seasons?
A lot.
Yeah, they'll be stretching that story out to the max.
Nah, it's a lot to tell. Think about it. Because Breeze is gonna be an order. So
I don't think they're gonna run straight through 18 episodes. They probably gonna split it up.
They're gonna for sure chop that eight. They're gonna for sure chop that up around
yeah, more
10
than likely they
episodes.
will.
Make
So
it
and 50 Cent said it's gonna be airing for 5 seasons, 5 years, I think. So
5 years for Origins.
yeah.
Damn, they're
So
gonna be damn near 50.
that don't mean necessarily it's gonna be 5 seasons. Because keep in mind, if it's 18 episodes, like if they do split it in half, you know, that can stretch out to be 3 seasons, but 5 years.
No, I feel you.
Kind of like what Tyler Perry.
Cause that's gonna be 4 months plus just with the first one. Even if they give a break, that could be five months right there. Just a little more than 5 months just on the first season.
I wonder if you talked about this already, but do you think If Breeze is gonna be Origins, are they gonna retcon his death?
I think he's gonna be in Origins and it's gonna be straight flashback. That's what I believe.
So you don't think he gonna be having a full role through the half the season?
Um, you said, do I think he's gonna have a full role?
Like, do you think he gonna be in Origins for like out of them 18 episodes? How long do you think his character gonna play out? Cause we ain't gonna get that much of him in Raising Kanan.
I would suspect probably. So it's crazy. CG is messaging me right now. I'm guessing he's listening in, and he said Origin season one split into two halves, 1 month break between. Part one, James St. Patrick art. Part two, Tommy Egan's art. Episode one and two are in 2002 to set the scene. Episode three, four, five are flashback. Makes sense.
Is that what he's saying? Is that how it's gonna go, or that's what he predicting?
I'm pretty sure he's predicting, but
Oh,
that
okay.
actually makes sense to me. That you know, because obviously, with them doing the split, they're gonna probably the first couple of episodes if they focusing on Ghost first, which is why it starts in 2022, which makes sense because that's the year that Tariq and Raina are born. So I'm pretty sure, like the moment I seen 2002, I was like, okay, they're gonna start it where Tariq and Raina was born. So they're gonna show them as a baby, and then they're probably gonna show how how Ghost met Tommy, Ghost met Tasha, things of that nature, and then possibly you know show flashbacks of him working with Kanan and things like that, and then later go to Tommy's.
Tommy
And,
upbringing with his mom and everything. So you think they're gonna show
yeah,
show
and
both of their
then
life?
later
Like,
show them
yeah.
joining, showing they probably joining. I could see it maybe doing like the first, maybe for me, maybe the first 10 or something like that. Be kind of separate, Ghost, then Tommy, and then after that they join it together.
I wonder
Then
who gonna narrate it.
the second half of Origins, they show the death of Breeze. So, like I
Mm.
told people, even though it's only two seasons, we still will get 3 seasons worth of Breeze.
It might be 50. It might be 50 that just narrates again.
It might be. It would be dope. He might as well, because I think 50 be narrating. He be narrating pretty good. He really do. He should. Since it's about, yeah, he should damn near. I wonder if Origins gonna be better than Raising Kanan though, man. That's gonna be a good debate on that one.
Yeah, and
They're gonna have, yeah, man.
I'm suspecting they might.
It got the potential to, because look who is breaking down, and
All right,
everybody
Mark,
know Tommy and Ghost.
I'm about to jump off in probably the next 10 minutes myself.
Mhm. Yeah, I can hardly keep my eyes open.
I wonder if Origin ends with Ghost taking out Breeze and setting up Kanan, or if the story continues and shows us how he met Lobos. So when the moment I heard the announcement of Origins, I predicted that it's going to end with Kanan going to jail. I believe it's going to end with Kanan going, maybe not the last thing, but like that'll be the last season, and then you could perhaps see them meeting Lobos, and then they probably end like.
Yeah, it's a lot to show, man. Kanan going to jail. If they could show us all them scenes,
But
That'll be dope.
I think support you was the one saying what all they were gonna have to show. They got a lot to show if you really think about it. Look at how
A
many
lot.
unanswered questions that's still out there. We got Ghost, whole origin story from him being 11 all the way to 30.
His dad, the situation with his
We
dad calling the
got
police.
Angela. You
Yeah.
got Angela leaving for Choke. We got how did him and Tasha meet? Why Tasha
Mhm.
hate Kanan? We got when did Ghost meet Julio? The trend beef. Ghost get Julio out of the Todos Locos. The RSK storyline. We got the when did Ghost meet
Tommy.
Ruiz? There's a lot of shit to come.
There it is a lot. Kanan baby mama,
Yep,
Jarita, all of
that
that.
story.
When the ghost meet Lorenzo.
Lorenzo. What's his name from the Fight Club? I forgot his name.
Zion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's a lot, man. We could probably think about way more than that. It's a lot.
That might be D Wiz's brother.
It might be got the same last names. It might be.
So, Jay, what about, we didn't have but 2 deaths in the last episode, right?
Yeah. We had Russo
And
and
Akbar.
Akbar.
So this episode would probably be Taz and who else?
Randoms.
Randoms. Okay.
This man died. This man died getting a McMuffin.
It looked like Snap's finna
Yeah,
be
what
up
was
out of
it?
here. Now I don't know about right now, but it looked like Pops was shooting with somebody else that wasn't Snaps.
So I don't think another big body is gonna drop into 4. And that next big body, hell, don't be surprised if it's Snap. Might be his ass.
Yeah.
We
Cause
gonna request that motherfucking day.
we getting to 4 episodes. We halfway through, man. It's getting dark for us.
I still want to see what's up with that furnace. And I don't know, but well, Kanan already said nobody's untouchable. That was a significant comment. And that's kind of how I'm looking at Stefano.
They burnt his ass up,
Would
huh? That'd
anybody
be stupid
would
though.
anybody have the nerve to take him out and be up against the whole Italian mob?
Would that benefit them to take him out though? If he fronted them?
If he make it,
I thought about that too.
It's like, do you take the plug out and take all his work? I don't know.
man. What if he make it to
Rock's
Origins?
dope didn't come. Rock's dope not coming from Stefano.
Nah, it's coming from Manhattan, ain't it?
No, Hafiz.
Or the Arab dude, yeah.
What if he made it to Origins?
Who?
Stefano.
Stefano?
Yeah.
He's not. His ass, I guarantee you his ass ain't making it. I don't give a damn. Nobody say that. Nigga,
He ain't gonna finish that drink, you know what I'm
nah, he
saying?
ain't finished no damn drink.
Uh,
Hey, shout out to my people that's on X right now. I got some people listening in on X right now. Y'all hit that like button on X, glad niggas.
mm-hmm.
All right, Jay, I'm out.
All right, my boy.
I need a nap.
All right, man. Hold it down, man. Happy Father's Day, big cuz.
All right.
Hold up, Ronald, you got kids? I did that. I really hope they don't recon Juke Kanan. Yeah, I feel you on that. I'm ready to see that. I want to see that shit too.
If they don't show it, he might end up getting it in jail or something.
Raising Kanan honestly made me realize that Kanan passed his ideology to Tariq. Tommy said he's like Ghost, but he's really like, yeah. And that's what my video that I got coming is kind of gonna be touching on.
I kind of agree with both and disagree with both. Cause Tariq still has a heart.
Kanan had a heart when he was a kid.
Yeah, but he showed no remorse when he killed now.
Nah, I think you're gonna see later on that he absolutely cared about the situation with Lou. He just didn't know how to process it. That's kind of what Ronald was explaining here, like what a week or two ago. He was in shock, and that is a thing.
He getting worse over time. So we know what happened later on.
I really hope they what I miss after Sweet Peas sophomore season, Blood of My Blood's follow up season, and Fightland's debut season.
So, all right. So you think he felt? You think Kanan felt something when he killed his son?
When he killed Sean,
Yeah.
nah, I know that I didn't feel nothing for that. But that's a different version though, you know. That nigga was already all the way gone.
He did. He did feel something about killing Juke though.
Yeah, he did. That's true. He definitely did. Because you could tell how he kind of gestured once he had did it. He was like, damn, bro. Like it's almost as if he did it out of anger and then realized what he had done.
I bet he regretted now.
And then on top of that, I felt like it was good acting for from I can't think of her real name right now, but you know the lady that played Juke. Because when she got shot, it kind of seemed like she was in shock too. She like, damn, this ugly ass nigga really shot me. She like, damn, I can't believe this shit. But hey, he did kill his son.
That's yeah. I know who you're talking about. That's a Anika Rose. I think that's her name.
Yeah, it's a nigga. Tariq was such an innocent kid who never had anything, not even a penthouse to rest his head for a child. Right. Just like blood of my blood. I ain't never seen that shit. Don't even know what that is.
It's just crazy how Jukebox was apparently supposed to have been the one that killed Raina instead of the other cop.
That would have been interesting. That would have been very interesting if it happened like that. Because I
I'm
would have
just
loved to have seen how the story was going to play out if it turned out to be her. Does Tariq still turn out to be the one that get her? Or, you know, how does Kanan feel about it? Like what would be his role in it? Would Ghost kill Kanan now because he knows that's his cousin and he's like, hey, that's your family that took out my daughter. You know, that would have been way more interesting than Ray Ray doing it.
Or Tasha, what about her reaction?
I think hers pretty much stays the same, but it would be interesting to see Kanan and Ghost reaction to it. Well, if it would have been Juke, because I don't even think, I don't think Tasha knew Juke.
Yeah, she never brought her up. She didn't know Breeze either.
Hmm. Mm, 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 mm. The fuck are they talking about? These motherfuckers shit.
And one thing about power fans is that they come up with the craziest theories. Cause, Cause I'm seeing theories about not Uncle. I'm seeing theories about Unique being Uncle Gabe or Ghost Dad.
Unique being Uncle Gabe, you said?
Yeah,
Yeah, I heard some people saying that shit. I was talking like earlier today. I said, bro, power fans different. For real. You got other show fans and then you got power fans. I like Juke's character more than Kanan and well, Kale. She performed better in this series than I expected. Hmm. Kanan didn't kill Tariq because he believed he programmed him enough to betray his father. Just like Snaps and Pops are taking Kanan under their wing and doing the same thing. See the parallels. I think, Courtney Kemp answered that, and I absolutely believe what she said is the truth. He didn't kill Tariq because he seen his younger self in Tariq. And he knew the reason why, even though he betrayed him, he knew exactly the reason why he betrayed him. It's because his mother put him up to it. And it's the same as the reason why he did some of the shit he did is because his mom manipulated him into doing shit. So he understood it. Like, coming from a family, parents that lied to you and shit like that, just like him. Both, parent was in the game, and he may have looked at himself as D Wiz. He was the sacrifice, just like D Wiz was the sacrifice, so that he could continue.
it's been years since I saw that post. It was a post with 50 Cent. It was supposed to be him as Kanan and Michael Rainey as Tariq, and he had him tied up in a car like he was about to shoot him.
I remember when I first saw the shit, I was screaming at the damn TV. I said, "Shoot that little motherfucker!" when he had killed the police and he had the opportunity to get him, I was like, "Shoot his little ass!" But of course, he didn't do it. Unfortunately, I mean, Tariq all right now. You feel me? But like, Uh, what the fuck are they doing? This shit never a game. I mean, he's all right now with me, but I just I couldn't stand his little ass during that time.
That's the thing though. When will Unique find a time to come back and change his name?
Courtney Kemp did confirm Uncle Gabe wasn't actually Ghost's blood uncle. He was a friend of his father, so he could be unique. Also, why was Kanan always around his father's bar? She did confirm that it wasn't a blood uncle. That part is true. What the
What
fuck
happened?
is going on with this?
I noticed since Lou been dead, all the theories of him being his dad stopped, including Marvin being Gabe.
Well, duh, nigga, that eliminated the possibility of it. What is going on? Why it ain't coming through?
What?
Are we still thinking RSJ? I believe that's his name, is Jerome. So we talked about that earlier, and yeah, it's a lot of people still believe it. I just hold on, you said RSJ is Jerome. I think that so there's a lot of people saying Jerome is Roller, and we just got to having that conversation. And like I was telling Ronald earlier, I just think the age thing doesn't match. Was Ghost adopted? That's why he ain't give his family shit when he died. Um, to my knowledge, no, he's not adopted because we know he's gonna have a grandma in Origins. We know he has his father as well. So I'm just curious of how does that work with the grandma and the father? Because why is it the grandma living with him and his father, or how does that work exactly?
Fair Play did had a theory last year that that like Ghost changes like his real name after his father got killed by Breeze or something like that. But I haven't seen that video since. So
Yeah, I recall that he was saying that the St. Patrick name is a fake name.
Think it's possible?
I mean, I wouldn't shoot that down. It's possible. Because I mean, you think about it, that's what Ghost did for Yasmin once no family was available for him. So perhaps he's just doing it for what happened to him. He's doing it for his daughter.
That means Angela would have knew too then.
Angela would have known about his name. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Is Breeze RSJ? Hell no. Hey, I'll tell you this though. If that turned out to land, that would be the craziest twist. Like, nigga, that would be the craziest twist in Power history. Like, that would go down. That would be wild. But I would say, yeah.
If RSJ is Breeze still, who was that Ghost killed?
It's people making theories that Ghost didn't actually kill him. He paid him to leave.
But Tommy said that they shot Breeze in the head.
Right. And here's another thing that, like I was saying, cuts deeply into that argument is Breeze's character. He's the type that he's gonna stay in the game. He's not gonna go legit. Like they said that on the obituary of him when, doing the Power Choice Awards. It said, love the brother, hot-headed, married to the game. When you married to the game, that means, nigga, I'm gonna die in the game. And we know he died young, apparently. That mind said they should cast Tyler Perry to play Ja Rule when they show the beef between 50 and Supreme Team. That's crazy work. But anyways, I'm back ready to check out good people. Appreciate everybody stop through. I got a few more other videos and shit to work on, content stuff. Like I said, look out for that other videos that's coming. Gonna be dropping in the morning. Who the fuck is RJ? Yeah, we don't know who RJ is. So I'm waiting that nigga to do Ghost early in his life.
Ghost cousin or something?
Perhaps. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and check out. I appreciate everybody stop through. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. But until then, I'm gonna holler at y'all.
All right, peace.